live. It's wonderful. Right. See if we can get Kareem on. Bit of banter tonight, guys. I'll just give you a quick welcome back. Welcome back. So there we go. So you should be seeing the live back now. And you can come on. There's Kareem saying hello. Excellent. Give us a call now, Kareem, and we'll see. Sounding good. Right. Hello. Hello.
Oh, Scottie.
I don't know who that is. I tell you. There we are. Sounds good, Scottie, says Numpty. Try again, Kareem. And we'll see if we can get Kareem on. That would be the best plan. Hi again, says Susan. No bother at all. Everything all sorted, guys. Hello.
Hello, Scottie.
Yes.
Brilliant, we got there.
We got there, Tops. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you just have to do these things. I mean, as we all know, these systems are not foolproof. And I can be a bit of a fool. But I don't think it was anything I did. I think it just all went a bit wonky.
Well, do you know what? Sometimes the best thing to do is to shut it down and start it again.
Start it again. Well, do you know, I had a friend who was a wonderful conductor for orchestras. And he started one night a thing with an organ and a brass band. And it went just a wee bit the one way. And he stopped and started it all again. And it was amazing. Dodsy's very kind. He says, you seem to be very good with technology. Isn't he kind? But, you know, I said to him afterwards, I said, it did sound amazing. Sorry about the false start. And he said, no, you're always best to stop and start again because very difficult to just get that coordinated. A pipe organ and a brass band.
Right. Well, Scottie, I have phoned up to say congratulations and well done. And all I'm going to say is Dinky-Doo Radio.
Oh, and there's more, Kareem.
Oh, I downloaded your app. I downloaded the app, and I've been listening to the shows. It's been fantastic.
To the test transmissions.
Yes, I had seen. I think a lot of the callers that have came up, and it's been funny. I've had it on when I've been in the bath, and that it's been
wonderful,
really good.
And Kareem, can you get it in the car? Okay.
If I hook it up to the car, I've not looked through the actual. Well, it won't be DAB, but I can hook it up to the car and all that if you download the app and everything. The only thing I would say about the app is that there's a bit in the app where it says to message Dinky-Doo radios.
Right.
It's not letting any messages go through.
That'll be shut at the moment because, you know, if it's not manned 24/7, you would just end up with a huge pile of messages. And it would probably block the whole thing and cut down the bandwidth and blah, blah, blah. But there's more, Kareem. Let me just keep you up to date. It's been the most incredible week. So Dinky-Doo Radio, the app is available at your app store. You just go in, Dinky-Doo Radio, download that. Now, this week, hopefully, the website to accompany Dinky-Doo Radio so people can hear online all over the world, it should be going live. And I also got offered a wee job this week as a reporter for Glasgow Essentials. Now, Glasgow Essentials was just launched last night. It's on Facebook. So if you like to go to Glasgow Essentials and just like it or join it or whatever.
Share it, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
share it about, Kareem, because that's going to be huge. I'll do some videos in the town, talk to people, and then people can submit stuff, and it'll just be huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no, but I'm glad, Scottie. And you know, it was really nice, and as I said, just listening to all the callers coming in, and you know, it's such a laugh, and there was this. I like, like you're falling asleep when she's talking.
Oh, she's talking.
So so slow. It was
Oh,
hilarious, absolutely brilliant.
she put us all to sleep.
Oh my goodness! Lorries, talking about lorries, and honest to goodness, she was absolutely God.
They are funny, and I have to say I've had 33 very funny years.
Oh yeah.
And at the Millennium, the Hogmanay, terrific characters, and from all over. I mean, Liverpool, Manchester, Sheffield, Leeds, Hull, London, Birmingham. You name it, they all come on. And then, of course, Scotland, all of Scotland, Newcastle, Carlisle. It's just one, and it's just like a massive family, Kareem. And you will love it. We're going to try and recapture it, because what's happened in radio, as you well know, big companies have bought up all the stations, closed a lot of the local stations, and just put out one big jukebox. So all these people in the local areas are not getting catered for. There are no phone-ins that hear all their gripes and upsets and funny calls.
Yeah, and the worrying thing as well, Scottie, as that goes in a process, or it's developing that way, people are growing up with that mindset.
Yes.
Where they should be phoning in their local radio, they should be getting on, they should be talking, they should be sharing stories, and they don't get that with big stations.
Well, I think too, politically, there's a drive to phase out local. So you don't, so for hundreds of years, where are you from? I'm from, St. Bees. I'm from Exeter. I'm from London. I'm from Edinburgh. I'm from Glasgow. We're from the islands. I'm from Stornoway. And if you're saying, no, let's just have everything the same, because politically it's easier for us to manage, you say, but hang on a minute. What about the people that voted for you and put you in? Is it easier for them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, well, I don't want to know. I want to know what's happened to me locally. I don't care what's happening down the road in another country.
We'll see it with Glasgow Essentials. That will do very well. If everybody goes to Facebook, looks up Glasgow Essentials, as I say, it was just put up last night, and I think it's live. If it's not, it'll be live tomorrow or whatever. And it'll just go huge, because people want to talk about Glasgow.
I'm sure they'll have like a TikTok and all that as well in time, all the other social media.
Yeah, everything. And it's I'll tell you what was heartbreaking. About 20 years ago, I had to say no to pantomime. And all my life, I thought I would love to be in a panto. And I was so busy, I had to turn down one of the big theatres looking for a baddie for the panto. And they thought, Scottie, we will put you in, because it will be some draw, So I come on and they all start, and I say, well, give us a chance to get on.
Oh, it would have been interesting, Scottie. But again, when you're in demand and on the radio and talking, you've got to, there's only one of you.
Yeah, there's only one of me now. Most people think that's wonderful. That suits them. But sometimes you wish you had more than one life and could do all these things. And what's interesting, Kareem, from a show business point of view, when you're really doing well, everyone wants you.
Oh, yes.
Everyone wants you. And then when things cool off a bit, people say, what about SCOTTIE McCLUE? He'd be amazing. And people go, is he still alive? And he must be about 90 and all that kind of stuff. Now, there's dear old Stanley Baxter, passed away yesterday at 99. One of the funniest men ever.
A grand age as well.
Yes, and a very nice man, and stayed around the same place all his life. I mean, he worked on network television, and they came up with some lame excuse that it was a bit expensive to do the shows. They were a scream. He used to play Her Late Majesty the Queen.
Yeah. these producers, whoever these people are, is just like dumbing down, making everything robotic, putting it all central. You know, you're losing culture, you're losing heritage, you're losing quite a lot of things, and it's quite it's a scary world it's turning into, and it really is.
Well, I remember us saying, somebody said, if Lou Grade, the guy that brought us the Muppets, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Crossroads, huge stuff in ITV, Sir Lou, Lord Grade, and somebody said, if Lou Grade was alive today, Scottie McClue would never be off our TVs. You know, because he'd have got it. Whereas a lot of these people, you think, right, what's this guy's name? He's a commissioning editor, and his name is Jimmy McWhackle. Right? Has he done any show business? No. You'll never have heard of him. Right. Right. So he may know some stuff or he may not. You know?
Well, Scottie, before I go, all I'm going to say, for everyone that's listening just now and all the social media just now, please download the app, Dinky-Doo Radio. And I know it's still in transmission, but you're going to hear so many good phone-ins, such a laugh. I've had such a giggle listening to it, and just your banter, Scottie. It was really nice to hear that all again, and it was really good.
That is so lovely of you, Kareem. Thank you very, very much indeed. And Dinky-Doo.
And Glasgow Essentials. Have a great week, okay?
Glasgow Essentials. See you, la.
Bye-bye.
What a nice man. And what a good call. And he stuck with it there when we had all the wee gremlin in the system. Guys, fantastic news happening. So go to your app store and download Dinky-Doo Radio. DINKY, separate word, DOO, separate word, radio. Good evening, Mr. McClue. Please tell me your big educated brain knows the answers for Scotland. Duff. Of course I know the answers for Scotland. I would have independence in a month. I tell you, the ringtone of your phone brings back memories of the Glasgow wars in the 80s. Oh, for goodness sake, Jai. Yes, the ice cream. I'm losing you. Well, don't. You'll never lose me. You can find me again. Dodsey, thank you for liking the live and liking all the lives and sharing. 3,800 likes, guys. We've got 25 minutes to see if we can beat 41,000. I tell you. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Scottie, it's Topsway.
Topsway. What about that for a bit of pantomime there, eh?
Oh, it was fantastic. I quickly recorded a bit of it. Would you like to hear?
Oh, yes.
What we were hearing?
Yes.
Right, have a listen to this. Have a listen. I'm going to turn the speakers up again, but hang on, I need to mute the YouTube stream.
All right, okay.
We'll create some kind of singularity. We'll all disappear into a black.
Yes, don't cut us all off now.
I've muted YouTube and I'm turning the speakers up, so hopefully you'll hear it. Here we go. This is what the rest of us were hearing, Scottie. Did you hear that?
I think that's brilliant. It's very funny.
I know. We should do that every week, Scottie.
Do the whole show like that. Yes, go on the helium. I actually gave up my job in a helium factory because I thought I will not be spoken to like that again.
Oh, God. You know, I do actually have a helium joke and I can't remember what it is now.
Oh, it's wonderful. There was a guy apparently invented the cold air balloon, but it never really got off the ground.
I've actually got a balloon joke. Can I tell you it very quickly?
Yes, is it a nice one? Is it appropriate for?
No. It's family.
Because my granny might be listening, you know.
A now you've made me wonder what filthy balloon joke you've got. You can personal message me at some time with that.
Oh yes.
I'll tell it quickly. People have possibly heard it before. In fact, I might have even said it on here before, but I'll do it again.
Well, you can say it again, yes.
Baby Balloon has been told by Mummy and Daddy Balloon that he's too old to creep into their bed at night. He's a big balloon now, and he's got his own room and he's got to stay in there. But Baby Balloon wakes up in the middle of the night and he's scared, so he creeps into Mummy and Daddy's balloons, and he tries to creep into their bed in the darkness, but he won't fit because he's too big. So he goes over to Mummy Balloon and he unties the knot a little bit just to let out a little bit of air. He tries to get in and he won't fit. So then he goes over to Daddy Balloon and he lets a little bit of air out from there as well. And then he fits in perfectly and it's lovely and he goes to sleep. In the morning, Daddy Balloon's mad at him. He said, you've let me down, you've let your mum down, and you've let yourself down.
Oh, brilliant. I love it.
I realise I messed it up.
No, you did not mess it up. Very, very good. Susan says it was so funny. She says it was good to hear from Kareem, and it was so funny. And Kareem says, night all.
The last bit is that he lets himself down, and I messed that up. You know?
Not at all. Well, I'll tell you, the way I heard it was an inflatable boy attended an inflatable school. He had inflatable parents and an inflatable head teacher. Anyway, he went a bit bananas on the Friday with a pin. And the head teacher called him in and said, not only have you let me down, you've let your mum and dad down, you've let yourself down, and you've let the whole school down.
Yeah. Well, just never let it be said that I tell a new joke. Oh, my God.
Wonderful.
I don't want to resurrect this topic, right? Because it has been done to death. But the Scottish national anthem for football and stuff, right? Just if you'll forgive me for resurrecting it just for one comment.
Somebody's asking us if this is a phone-in. I love it.
You know, tell them my phone in and find out.
Yeah, is this a phone-in, they're asking?
No, but just as I say, I'm hesitant to resurrect this.
No, you're not Listen, it's very important. I personally, I love Flower of Scotland. I attended the Corries in 1967. I think Roy wrote it about 65, 66, and then they performed it. And I attended the first performance of Flower of Scotland, right? And it's gently sung. There's no Whose Army or anything like that. And it's very soft and gentle. Oh, Flower of Scotland. Yeah. And somebody came on and sang it as Roy, and Ronnie would have sung it. And people go, that's no what it's like at all. You should hear it at Murrayfield with the crowds and the pipes. And I thought, no, that's not what the song's about, because it's based on the chorus of the Hebrew slaves from the opera Nabucco. Yes, speed your journey, oh Flower of Scotland. You see? So that's where he got it. Now, it's been grabbed by the Scots, and you know, they bellow it out like a load of hooligans. It's set in Bannockburn 711 years ago. And
Scotty is too slow. That's why we keep losing. What they need, you know, the Italians, their national anthems that you can gallop to a horse to.
Yeah.
No, that's losing it. And that's what I was thinking. If we have to use a Scottish song as a Scottish national anthem, they should use Jerry Rafferty's Get It Right Next Time, because it's got high tempo and also the lyrics suit the Scottish football team's prospects, because I can get it right next time, frankly. So I think we should use that.
But we've got a perfectly good national anthem, God Save the King, and we've had it for 275 years.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's very little I can say about the royal family.
No, but they don't. But you see, it's nothing to do with the royal family per se. It's to do with the Scottish crown. taking over the English crown. And the motto of the Scottish crown is Nemo me impune lacessit. Nobody attacks me with impunity. And the Scottish crown is a different thing. And people should therefore, you see, there's a guy there called Strummer, and he goes away and don't talk crap. He doesn't get it at all. He just doesn't get it at all because he's not listening and he doesn't understand the background to it.
Scotty, if I didn't talk crap, I'd never phone in.
Of course not. Of course not. I don't even know what he's doing on here.
Crap's all I've got, man.
You know, it's crazy. What are you even doing on Scottie McClue? This is high level stuff.
Exactly.
There's Tommy. Tommy goes, you're 100% correct, Scotty. And you see, here's a guy who's got it wrong, right? He goes, the Act of Union was a mutual coming together. Now, the Act of Union has nothing to do with the Union of the Crowns. The Act of Union was 1707. The Union of the Crowns was 1603. And a guy rode all through the night, Sir somebody. I need to look him up and get him back. But he rode all through the night.
It was you, Scotty, admit it.
It was me. He got to Holyrood. He fell off the horse covered in mud and blood. And he kissed the hands of King James and invited the Scottish king to take over the English crown. And King Charles is the heir and successor. We elected our king in 1320. Now, these guys that come on, oh, he's English. They have not got a clue.
Well, you better, yes, it's a very professional outfit. You've got to give them credit for it. But what you just very
well, they brought in £2 billion last year, and the security was 168 million. When you divvy it up, they've cost you and I less than a packet of crisps.
Well, yeah, but I like crisps, Scotty.
I know some people say I'd rather have the crisps. But would you honestly want, and I mean, no names, no pack drill, but would you want the British Prime Minister as the most senior representative of Great Britain?
No, I know exactly what you mean. That was, I remember somebody pointing that out to me about 20 years ago.
Would you want a president? Would you want us to elect a president, not a prime minister? Because, see, prime minister is a courtesy title. The man's real title is the First Lord of the Treasury.
Yeah.
And the Chancellor is the Second Lord of the Treasury. So in the days when you could actually get close to number 10 Downing Street, I can remember going up and reading the letterbox, and it says very clearly in beautiful engraved script, First Lord of the Treasury. So Prime Minister is just a courtesy title.
Yep. And it would be good if they remember that. It would keep them in that place.
Yeah, they should. I mean, there should be a substantial humility about any British Prime Minister because they've been chosen by their buddies.
Yeah. No, I would agree. But just quickly, I'll let somebody else come on. But you mentioned Lord Lou Grade earlier.
Lord Grade, Lou.
Famous television mogul.
Big cigar.
ITC Entertainment. He did some amazing programs.
The Baron. The Champions.
Space 1999.
Space 1999. The Saint.
Yes, exactly. So many things. But in the early 80s, he tried to move into film production. And he made, it's the early 80s, 82, 83.
Raise the Titanic.
Exactly, Raise the Titanic.
And he said it would have been cheaper to sink the ocean.
Exactly. So I think his fingers were
slightly, but he was a terrific character. And I'll tell you a funny story about Lou, and he was very approachable. And that's why when the guys went in, they'd been round the other companies and said, would you be interested in a show? We glove puppets and things. And they went, no. We're an ITV company. No. They went into Lou he takes the cigar out the mouth. He goes, I'll take as much of this as you can give me. And that was the Muppets.
Thunderbirds and
Well, no, that was Jerry Anderson. And he'd been round. He'd been round.
The Muppets.
Yeah,
Right.
Jim Henson. Yep. And fantastic. Everything that Lou brought us. Crossroads. Noel Gordon. Fantastic stuff. Everybody watched Crossroads from Birmingham.
Yeah, we'll forgive him for that.
Well,
You know,
Crossroads.
everyone makes a mistake.
But that's what somebody came out with. They said, you know, it's heartbreaking. If Lou Grade had been still in charge, Scottie McClue would never be off our screens because he understood it. I'll tell you a lovely story. Two little lovely stories about Lou. Because when I worked in ITV, I worked with a lot of people that knew him well personally. And they used to say, oh, yeah, Lou was great, you know. And I mean, a very, very tough negotiator. But, and in there at 5 a.m. every day. And when Roger Moore, he wanted Tony Curtis and Roger Moore for the Persuaders. And he called Roger Moore in and he said, Roger, I want you to do the Persuaders. Yeah. And he went, Lou, it's not really for me. I've had a look at it. It's not really for me. He said, Roger, just hang on a second. Hang on a second. And he went to the big desk and he took out a check and he handed it to Roger Moore. He went, Roger, that's for starters. And he turned to him and he said, Lou, when do I start?
I've looked into there's a particularly phenomenal documentary on YouTube about the making of the Persuaders, and they managed to get Roger Moore and Tony Curtis to contribute to it. And Tony Curtis talks about being busted for drugs when he got into the country. He had some hash with him, you know. He was a party boy, and the story's hilarious about how just because he was Tony Curtis' famous movie star, the judge that was supposedly giving him the punishment just basically let him off with it because he was Tony Curtis.
Well, I'll tell you my favourite Lou, when he and his brother were at a lunch, and his brother went, "Oh, blast." Or oh damn, or some word like that. And Lou said, what's wrong? He said, I forgot to lock the office safe. He said, well, we're both here.
I don't get it.
I forgot to lock the office safe. Well, we're both here. As if to say, the only person who's going to take something out of the safe is either you or me.
I got it. I'm a terrible fake laugher, Scottie. I've never been able to fake it, but so you'll forgive me.
No, of course, it's no problem at all. I just think it's such a characterful story, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on that wonderful note, I'm going to split and I'll let you take some more calls before you have to wrap
Wonderful.
up. It's been a properly eventful evening. Thanks for the unintentional comedy earlier and the proper comedy later.
Tops, never a dull moment on here.
Okay, take care, man.
Dinky-Doo, lovely to hear you. Thank you for your call. That's our tops. Now, I tell you, who have we got here? Evening, Scottie, you're doing a Hogmanay Bash. Alan, yes, we're doing a Hogmanay Bash, but we're also going to launch Dinky-Doo Radio at midnight. So, or maybe even we'll have it in at 11 o'clock. We'll see how it goes. So everybody get to your app store and download totally free Dinky-Doo Radio. Okay. Can you say hi to Sophia and Katya? Of course I can. You stay fabulous. Hey, tell you, who else have we got? Dottie's joined us. Stay fab. Thank you very much. What have we got here? Bonnie Prince Charles stole the shoes of everyone, and everybody in Dumfries did he know? I've never heard that one, Ian. I'll take your word for it. Scottie, are you still considered Floatie, the first lord of the internet? I am, Dodsey. So never mind the first lord of the treasury. McClue is the first lord of the internet. Tweet affair. Thank you so much for my beautiful gift. You're lovely, lovely people, guys. Scotty, can we not pick a better family than them? A better family. So who's that? What's that we're talking about? A better family. Do you think Northern Ireland should be owned by Ireland or stay in the UK? Well, hang on. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
It's me, myself, and I.
Numpty, what are you doing phoning in at this time? We've only got 8 minutes.
It's not my fault, Scotty. Your phone lines have been stowed out the door.
We've been stowed out and stap at food tonight. We certainly have, and I love it. And Numpty had so many good things happening this week.
What do you mean, so many good things?
Well, you know Dinky-Doo Radio, you've got to download the app.
All right.
Right, you go to your app store and download Dinky-Doo Radio.
I've done all that.
And you've done all that. And you'll get now the website's good to go live.
What?
The website for Dinky-Doo Radio is going to go live. And this one, yep, this one be a Go on.
Do you think this Dinky-Doo app will feature Numpty?
Of course it will. You'll be on.
Oh, well, it'll be worth listening to.
Of course it will. It's always worth listening to you. Numpty Heed, you can fight me as much as you like, but you've been part of the Scottie McClue phone in for 31 years. Nearly
my pension soon, Scotty.
32 years.
Aye, I'll need to retire.
You'll not be retiring. You're too full of life.
Do you know what, Scotty? I've decided not to go to the shops tonight.
I think that's a very wise decision. I think you should listen to McClue till 10 o'clock, know that the shops are shut, and just give the dog a hug.
Well, the thing is, Scotty, if I go to the shops now, I'm just going to get the people that have no money in their bank accounts.
And they'll be standing in front of you, holding you up, and somebody say, I'm sorry, we're actually closed. You'll need to put that back. Aye. You say, but I've been in here since 10-2. You go, doesn't matter, we can't serve you.
I know, it's terrible. But listen, Scotty, I was a wee bit quick off the mark earlier on when I says it was a great show.
Uh-huh. Is this before you came on?
That was before Alvin and the Chipmunks come on.
And the Chipmunks, did you like that?
Oh, it was funny, Scotty. You deserve an Oscar.
I didn't. I hadn't a clue, but it was very good of Tups to let us hear it.
Well, Kim, what today later, Scotty? Play it back and tell us what you think here.
I think it's amazing. We might actually do a wee video of it because the TikTok videos have got this fabulous editor. You've maybe even seen it. You're on the TikTok, aren't you?
Well, no, really, Scotty. It's
right.
There, but I never use it.
You don't use it. Well, McClue's huge on the TikTok. I think we've got about 35,000 and 180,000 likes or something. You know, it's big, and millions have seen it.
Aye. Very good.
You know, millions have seen it.
You say you're going to be a reporter. Is that
aye, but it'll not affect you. It's for Glasgow Essentials.
Is it for Glasgow in the West?
Glasgow in the West, and it's just
Numpty Heed in the East.
Numpty Heed in the East. Well, you never know. I think you should go on and take a look at it. Glasgow Essentials. They only put the page up last night.
Right. Are you going to be on the streets?
Yes.
Reporting?
I'll be back on the streets reporting.
And will you be cheeking up to the police?
Yes. Well, no, maybe no to the police. No, you can't get away. You see these people cheeking up the police. Never works. I saw one this week, and it was American police. And this woman's in her car. So the boy stops her because she was speeding, right? And he goes, right, you're driving the car. She goes, no, I'm not driving. I'm traveling. She thought she'd start that cheeking up stuff. He just came round, pulled her out the car, cuffed her, put her in the back of his motor, and took her away to the station.
And how many bruises were on her arm?
No, there'd be none of all that stuff. Oh, these cuffs are tight. And that's all a made-up script. You see them at it. That's your so-called auditors thinking they could cheek up. No, we need it that we need it that the judge goes, and And on top of all that, I believe you cheeked up to the police. So that's another 6 months in the slammer.
But the thing is, Scottie, if they didn't cheek up to the police, it wouldn't be an entertaining video.
Numpty heed, when you and I were bairns, we wouldn't have dared look sideways at a police.
Aye, because you got the book.
Well, or they'd a PC Murdoch, they'd have put you in the back of the van for a chat.
And they put the name in the book.
And they'd put your name in the book, they say, I'll take your name. And that was it, you know.
And Kim, what was the most scariest thing a policeman could say to you?
I
ken your father.
I ken your father. He'll be very unimpressed with your carry on the night.
Oh, see, when anybody said that to you, Scottie, I ken your father.
Do you mind they used to, it would be the fact for road safety, but they would go and, you know, frighten the life out the Waynes because they were playing football in the street with the jackets.
Aye, aye.
Anyway, right, you boys, what's your name?
Aye. Now listen, Scottie, I'm going in a foot now with the dog.
Okay, son, you take care of yourself.
And you've got that studio to hoover before you finish.
Oh, I'll need to tidy this place up. Somebody's turned the heat up. I'll need to turn that. Right, love you lot. Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta. Ta-ta.
There you go and stop talking nonsense.
Never heard so much rubbish in all my life. Right, that's our numpty heed. What a great show tonight. Susan says it's been a great show tonight. Thank you, Susan. Janet says, thank you, Scottie. I had a dream of horses every night. That was 7 nights on the trot. Somebody said to me the other day, do you have a charger? I said, yeah, but I don't bring him into the house because he's a very big horse. Do you have a charger? See what I just did there? We love all that. Guys, take great care of yourselves. We're going to have to say goodnight to our beautiful, beautiful TikTokers. Thank you for joining us. Tonight has just been huge. We'll sing the goodbye song together. After two. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And a cheerio. Stick your tongues out and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. That's our beautiful TikTokers away. Thanks and good night. Thanks, Tops. Thanks for your input tonight. An absolute scream. Good night, everybody. Good night, Susan. Good night, Numpty Heed. Good night, Janet. Good night, Alan. Good night, everybody. It's just been amazing. Tongues out. Ta-ta. Last chance. Here we go. Ta-ta. One more. Ta-ta.